You know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm scared. I am absolutely terrified. So if one of you in the comment section could get a GoFundMe page going or something, because that's what people do right these days. Anybody who questions that, by the way, my trauma is probably a little more justified than most people who set up one of those pages. Matt Walsh, a great YouTuber, a great political commentator, I'm sure you've all heard of him, has released recently a very controversial documentary that is titled, What is a Woman? It's a good title, I will give it to him, because still to this day, I'm still trying to figure that one out myself. But there is one part of this documentary that popped up on my recommended page the other day, and I thought, you know what, it's only been Halloween a few days ago, let me just watch this. And when I say that scared me more than The Conjuring when I was a small boy, I mean it, okay? This video is titled Matt Walsh Revisits His Interview with a Trans Wolf. Matt Walsh may have revisited his interview with a trans wolf, but oh boy, I'm about to revisit something a lot more traumatic. And I could not let another day pass without making a video talking about this and giving my opinion. So before we carry on any further, before we get into this, I don't even know what to call it. If you could, please for me, make sure to hit that like button, as it really helps out the channel and it could spread across the world to make sure everybody gets to hear this, because I think they need to. I really do. I don't even know if I want to carry. Let's do this. You know, before we go any further, can we get like Bibles out? Can we start praying? Can we start singing hymns? Because I will tell you this now, after watching this, you will see why I'm about to say we need the will of God.
So now we are seeing kids that are identifying as animals going to school, and they are purring instead of answering questions, and they meow. And
this is a mental health issue. I'm sorry to interrupt so early, but this is a mental health issue. We talk about mental health issues every single day. It's trending on social media all the time. Why are we not talking about teenagers and kids purring, woofing, and now apparently, well, she's not a kid, but howling? I'll tell you now, if I see somebody howling on all fours in the street, it's game over, honestly it is. I'm sorry.
The teachers are not allowed to question it because it's considered a queer identity.
No, it's not. How are teachers not allowed to question this? This is how bad it's getting, right? I know I give some teachers a bad rep because we see what's going on in America with certain teachers in certain schools, but if teachers aren't even allowed to question their student with cat ears on, licking milk out of a damn bowl in the corner, we're lost. We really are.
You have kids that are going to school and they're saying, I'm a cat. Mm-hmm. And the teachers have to affirm them as a cat.
Yes. So
that is insane, man. That is insane. Not in my classroom. Saturday detention for you, I promise.
So it's
so
not
schools
just
are like literal zoos now, basically.
They are.
I am a...
You know, I've watched this before and I actually forgot about that part. Normally I know what to say, normally thoughts are stirring in my mind, but I'm truly lost, I really am. There is just no way I've seen a grown human being on all fours howl. We have reached the end times, I'm telling you now.
I'm a 27-year-old transgender woman. I am a wolf-therian and a member of the furry fandom.
No, you're not.
When and how did you discover this inner wolfness?
Probably around age 10 or 11. I was watching an anime about wolves, and
see, Matt Walsh was right. Anime is evil. Cancel me.
See the wolf running across the screen, and I'm somehow just intrinsically like, oh, that's me.
Have you spent any time around biological wolves?
Yes.
That sounds dangerous also.
I'll tell you what's happened here. I'll tell you the true story here, okay? Because I've deciphered this. It was extremely lonely as a child. This is what's happened, right? They had no friends whatsoever. So they thought to themselves, you know, I want to be the next live-action Mowgli film. And they thought, if I start living with wolves, being reared and brought up by wolves, because obviously their parents gave up at a very, very young age, I will have a better life and I will actually make friends. Now, Matt Walsh goes on to ask this person about their interaction with wolves, and it just shows the direction of humanity. This is the new direction we're going in, right? This is the society that we all now have to bow down to. Yes, sir. No, sir. They, sir. You can be a wolf. You know what? And it's really bad. It's so bad I could sit here and tell you all now I identify as a turtle whisperer or whatever that likes to prance around as a kangaroo, and you'd have to accept it. Or what? You're cancelled. Or fired from your job.
But what context are you?
So I was a volunteer with a preserve, and I've also visited many wolf preserves.
Are you able to communicate with the wolves?
Am I going to have a conversation with a wolf in the way that I'm communicating you and I? Obviously not. Am I?
What's the point then? Huh? We want to see your talents on show. I want to see how in your spare time you get on all fours and start integrating with the wolves. Okay, because those wolves that you integrate with, if they could speak as humans do, they would also be saying the same thing as me right now, because those wolves don't go running around and thinking to themselves, yeah, you know what, I'm a biological male wolf and now I'm going to identify as a biological female wolf. It goes against everything. It goes against the animal kingdom, but as we know, we're supposedly meant to be part of the animal kingdom, but we've now left everything that was normal and good for humanity.
Am I going to read their body language, respond appropriately to their behaviors and their nonverbal cues? Yes.
Would you be able to give us an example of this wolf communication?
No. I'm not comfortable doing so.
You're not comfortable doing so, but you're comfortable enough to sit there in the chair for a documentary that's going to be watched by millions and has been seen by millions. You're comfortable enough to sit there and say, I am a trans furry wolf whisperer. Okay? The fact somebody is genuinely sat there and saying this stuff is very, very concerning to me. Because we can all laugh at it, right? We can all laugh at it. But eventually, this person's going to want to either adopt kids. I don't know what gender they or it was, so I don't know if they can actually have kids. Who knows? And they're going to be influencing children. And this is the number one gripe I have with all of this. Children are in so much danger, man. They really are.
Okay, all right. I mean, I thought I'd ask anyway. I would be interested to know. I mean, I still would like to know what really what the interpersonal communication between a wolf is like.
No. This person is extremely lonely. They need friends. They're going through a tough time. They've obviously had some mental health issues. They still have mental health issues, and they need to get the right help before they start spreading this ideology across the world, okay? Because that's the worst part of it. It can spread, and nobody can question it. Nobody's allowed to say anything. Otherwise, you tweet about this in the wrong way. Well, not anymore, but in the past, you're gone. We have strayed so far from God. It hurts. So when I asked you to get the Bibles out, to start singing hymns, I hope you did. Okay, because the will of God needs to be brought back. It genuinely hurts to see humanity like this, and all jokes aside, okay, like Matt Walsh says in this video, if you go and watch it, he or somebody might have to make a documentary that is titled, What is a Human? Because the basic construct of male-female humans is going to be gone. We are going to be genderless. It's going to be the true animal kingdom. Because 2035, you can now prance around like a giraffe, and everybody will have to accept it. So whilst you are leaving a like rating, and if you're new, hitting that big red subscribe button, I'm going to slowly jump out of this window. If you have enjoyed today's video of me basically torturing myself, I hope to see you again. We need to stop this. We need to identify this as a mental health issue, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Have a great day. Bye.